Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome back to Freedom Pretzel. And it has been a long time since I have done Elden Ring, ever. But we're back. And this time, I am... Oh, man, I hate this so much. Oh, man, I forgot how much I hated this battle. This gosh darn. Okay. Oh, I gotta get back into the feel of things. Alright. I think I remember. I think it's 3 of these. Ooh. Very similar to Helldivers. I've just been playing Helldivers. There we go. Alright, I did not have 2 weapons equipped. Alright, where's the chat? How do I get the chat? Wait a second. I need the chat. I gotta change that thumbnail. Edit the video. Oh, can I not? Let's see here. Can I not get the live controller? I can go to live controller. Okay, very good. Alrighty, how do I equipment? There we go. Ooh, we're back. I think I was just doing this sword. Okay. Alright, this whole thing is kind of just going to be a little test run. That was bad. I like that there are iframes in this game, unlike Helldivers. No iframes in Helldivers. You try to dodge, you just don't. Alright, now that was the first death. On to Shakespeare. Let's do... Okay. Yikes! Oh my goodness, goshness, this is long. Oh. Wowee. Okay. Alright, this is a long one. I will tell you. The barge she sat in like a burnished throne, burned on the water. The poop was beaten gold, purple the sails, and so perfumed that the winds were lovesick with them. The oars were silver, which to the tune of flutes kept stroke, and made the water which they seemed to beat to follow faster, as amorous of their strokes, for her own person. It beggared all description. She did lie in her pavilion, cloth of gold of tissue, o'er picturing that Venus which we see, at fancy outwork nature. On each side her stood pretty dimpled boys, like smiling cupids, with divers coloured fans, whose wind did seem to glow the delicate cheeks which they did cool, and what they did, they undid did. That was from Antony and Cleopatra. That's the first of like 5 parts. So I'll split them up like that. Are there purples and stuff in here? Nah, it's just... Yeah, no, there are purple rocks in there. Alright, let's see if I can do better. A gentlewoman like the Nereids, so many mermaids tended her in the eyes, and made their bends adornings at the helm. A seeming mermaid steers, the silken tackle swell with the touches of those flower-soft hands that yearly frame the office. From the barge, a strange, invisible perfume hits the scents of the adjacent wharfs. The city cast her people out upon her, and Antony, enthroned in the market space, did sit alone, whistling to the air, which, but for vacancy, had gone to gaze to Cleopatra too, and made a gap in nature. Alright, so that's kinda like I gotta learn how to understand gosh darn whatever it's called. Shakespeare. I hate to do it to you. Alright. First of two, I think. Did not hear that. Alright, alright. I am not prepared for this. Let's go lightning spear. Lightning spear? More like Shakespeare. What have I done? This is bad. Absolutely trading hits here. Nice! Alright, this is going well. Okay, third time's a charm. Nice. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Oh, he's going to start squirming about, is he? Oh, he is! Oh, he is! No! Alright, Helldivers might have helped my Elden Ring skills. Oh, he can't do it to me! No! No! It is a tragedy the likes of Antony and Cleopatra. Cleopatra? No! No! Upon her landing, Antony sent to her, invited her to supper. She replied, it should be better he became her guest, which she entreated. Our courteous Antony, whom ne'er the word no woman heard speak, being barbered 10 times o'er, go to the feast, and for his ordinary pays his heart for what his eyes eat only. I saw her once, hop 40 paces through the public street, and having lost her breath she spoke and panted that she did make defect perfection, and breathless power breath forth. Never, he will not, age cannot wither her, nor custom stale. Her infinite variety, other women cloy the appetites they feed, but she makes hungry where most she satisfies, for vilest things become themselves in her, that the holy priests bless her when she is riggish. I don't know what any of this means, bro. I don't know any of this. The next one is from Ventidius. 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 I'm gonna say Ventidius. Oh, it's not gonna hit him. Oh no. That was one. Alright. I do believe this next one will not be as lucky as my previous attempts. It's hard pronouncing every consonant of a... Oh, I'm good. Oh, I am just magical, mystical. Flame, grant me strength. That was but a couple frames off. This one is also from Antony and Cleopatra. This is Ventidius. I have done enough. A lower place, note well. I have done enough. Oh, that's the title, and the title is the first couple words. Oh, it's so original. I have done enough. A lower place, note well, may make too great an act. For learn this, Silius. Silius. Better to leave undone, than by our deed acquire too high a fame when him we serves away. Caesar and Antony have ever worn more than their officer than persons. Socius. Bruh, I don't understand. Socius. One of my place in Syria, his lieutenant, for which quick accumulation of renown, which he achieved by the minute, I can't read, lost his favor. What does in the wars more than his captain can, becomes his captain's captain, and ambition the soldier's virtue, makes him choice of loss than gain which darkens him. I could do more to Antonius good, but 'twould offend him, and in his offense should my performance perish. I'm gonna start reading these in my voice. I think a British accent just kind of ruins it. Even though it was written in original British. Airball. think I'm just gonna die right here because I want to read in my actual accent, so. Battle me, ye foul. I said I would die, not that I would make it easy on them. Alright. Yeah, I'll go crazy. I'll traverse the mist. Hello, Godskin Duo. I am back. What was that? No. I have done enough. A lower place note well, may make too great an act. For learn this, Silius. Better to leave undone, than by our deed acquire too high a fame when him we serves away. Caesar and Antony have won. Okay. Back. I have done enough. A lower place, note well, may make too great an act. For learn this, Silius. Better to leave undone, than by our deed acquire too high a fame, when him we serves away. Caesar and Antony have ever won, more in their officer than person. Saucius, one of my place in Syria, his lieutenant, for quick accumulation of renown, which he achieved by the minute, lost his favor. Who does, in the wars, more than his captain can, become his captain's captain, and in... man, I don't understand this. Start over. This is the last time. I have done enough. A lower place, note well, may make too great an act. For learn this, Silius. Better to leave undone, than by our deed acquire too high a fame, when him we serves away. Caesar and Antony have ever won more in their office than person. Saucius, one of my place in Syria, his lieutenant, for quick accumulation of renown, which he achieved by the minute, lost his favor. Who does in the wars more than his captain can, becomes his captain's captain, and ambition, the soldier's virtue, rather makes choice of loss than gain which darkens him. I could do more to do Antonius good, but 'twould offend him, and in his offense should my performance perish. Like, people, I hate it when people make it a big deal of like, oh, I can't read Shakespeare. It's so difficult. Like, what does he even say? They're right. It's hard. But I'm not going to complain from this moment forth. I shall not complain. From this moment onward, and I shall now only read Shakespeare in my original American voice. Nice. These banished knights are really bad at listening. All right. Elden Ring with friends. Ah, man. Keep mistiming that one. Hark! The land bids me tread no more upon it. It is a shame to bear me. Friends, come hither. I am so lated in the world that I have lost my way forever. I have a ship laden with gold. Take that, divide it, fly, and make your peace with Caesar. That's easy, because I understand that. I have fled myself, and have instructed cowards to run and show them their shoulders. Friends, be gone. I have myself resolved upon a curse which has no need of you. Begone. My treasure's in the harbor. Take it. Oh, I followed that I blush to look upon. My very hairs do mutiny for the white. Reprove the brown for rashness, and they them for fear and doting. Friends, begone. You shall have letters from me to some friends that will sweep your way for you. Pray you not look sad, nor make replies of loathness. Take the hint which my despair proclaims. Let that be left which leaves itself. To the seaside straightway I will possess you of that ship and treasure. Leave me, I pray, a little. Pray you now. Nay, do so, for indeed I have lost command. Therefore I pray you, I'll see you by and by. Very nice. Very nice. I love that. Very nice little monologue. About Lisa. I cannot do a Squidward. I'm gonna read that Antony monologue. Antony. No. Oh yeah, that is Antony. Great. I'm gonna read that monologue again when I die. Hark! The eye for to do it. Hark! The land bids me tread no more upon it. It is a shame to bear me. Friends, come hither. I am so latent in the world that I have lost my way forever. I have a ship laden with gold. Take that, divide it, fly, and make your peace with Caesar. I have fled myself, and have instructed cowards to run and show their shoulders. Friends, be gone. I have myself resolved upon a curse which has no need of you. Be gone. My treasure's in the harbor. Take it. Oh, I followed that I blush to look upon. My very hairs do mutiny for the white. Reprove the brown for rashness, and they them for fear and doting. Friends, be gone. You shall have letters from me to some friends that will sweep your way to you. Pray you, look not sad, nor make replies of loathness. Take the hint which my despair proclaims. Let that be left which leaves itself. To the seaside straightway I will possess you of that ship and treasure. Leave me, I pray, a little. I pray you now. Nay, do so, for indeed I have lost command. Therefore I pray you, I'll see you by and by. Great monologue. Wow, I love that one. Love it. Love it. I love it. Love it. Color greens, GD jing jingle by anything cap that. Oh 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 oh, color greens, GD jing jing. Wait, oh, luxury, GD jing jingle by anything cap that. Oh 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 oh, color greens. 3 degrees low, keep it half of me, got that. It's your favorite song. Translation de aquí mami así culo. Quiero comer mi huevo si va mi morete, pero chupase mucho pendejo el pente cabrón. Let's get it. Let's do something like this. For the man, I fight like this, and I'm more than the man. I'm a god. I'm God. And when I say do 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 do, want some more of this, I give her more of this and focus and then going down, down, down. And you cash in the mirror hanging on a house roof sky when the blues watching your optics. Luxury, gross. Alright, I'm going to read this Antony monologue one more time. Hark, the land bids me tread no more upon it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do a little thing in the settings. Oh, I can't do it while I'm doing that. Agree, jitty jing jingle by anything up there. Oh 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 oh, down with the boom 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 boom. Watching your optics popping, now you look the weirdest. But my top on no power, hey with no power, stepping down the pow 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 pow. Burning you, rum bum ba da 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 dum bum dum pow 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 pow. Rum bum bum, riddy doo 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 ba da doo ba ba ba. Hark, the land bids me tread no more upon it. It is a shame to bear me. Friends, come hither. I am so lated in the world that I have lost my way forever. I have a ship laden with gold. Take that, divide it, fly, and make your peace with Caesar. I have fled myself, and have instructed cowards to run and show their shoulders. Friends, be gone. I have myself resolved upon a course which has no need of you. Be gone, my treasures in the harbor. Take it. Oh, that I followed, that I blush not. Blush to look upon. I followed. Oh man, my very hairs do mutiny for the white. Reprove the brown for rashness, and they them for fear and doting. Friends, be gone. You shall have letters from me to some friends that will sweep your way for you. Pray you not look sad, nor make replies of loathness. Take the hint which my despair proclaims. Let that be left which leaves itself. To the seaside straightway I will possess you of that ship and treasure. Leave me, I pray, a little. Pray you now. Nay, do so, for indeed I have lost command. Therefore I pray, I'll see you by and by.
Love that. Love that. Love that.
Alright, moving on to another one. No, he's gonna hit me! I'm out the way, I'm okay, I got no reaper, I'm reaping what I sow, Give me the backhand. If that thy father live, let him repent. Thou wast not made his daughter, and be thou sorry to follow Caesar in his triumph, since thou hast been whipped for following him. Henceforth the white hand of a lady fever thee, shake thou to look on it. Get thee back to Caesar, tell him thy entertainment. Look, thou say he makes me angry with him, for he seems proud and disdainful, harping on what I am not, what I knew he was. Whoa, I'm gonna start over. Whoa, okay. If that thy father live, let him repent. Thou wast not made his daughter, and be thou sorry to follow Caesar in his triumph, since thou hast been whipped for following him. Henceforth the white hand of Lady Fever thee, shake thou to look on it. Get thee back to Caesar, tell him thy entertainment. Look, thou say he makes me angry with him, for he seems proud and disdainful, harping on what I am not, what he knew I was. He makes me angry, and at this time most easy 'tis to do it. When my good stars, at where my former guides have empty left their orbs and shot their fires in the abysm of hell, if he mislike my speech and what it is done, tell him he has Hippacarus, my enfranched bondman, whom he may at pleasure whip, hang, or torture, as he shall like to quit me. Urge it thou hence me with thy stripes begone. Hipparchus. Hipparchus, my enfranched bond. I'm gonna read that again after I die. If thy father live... Okay, let me try to do this in the most American accent I possibly can. If that thy father live, let him repent. Thou wast not made his daughter, and be thou sorry to follow Caesar in his triumph. Since thou hast been whipped for following him, henceforth the white hand of the lady fever thee, shake thou to look on it. Get thee back to Caesar, tell him thy entertainment. Look, thou say he makes me angry with him, for seems proud and disdainful, harping on what I am not, what he knew I was. He makes me angry, and at this time it is most easy to do it. When my good stars that were my former guides have empty left their orbs and shot their fires into the abysm of hell, if he mislike my speech and what it is done, tell him he has in Hipparchus, my enfranched bondman, whom he may at pleasure whip, hang, or torture as he shall like to quit me. Urge it thou, hence with thy stripes begone. Ooh, the next one is... The next one's good. Oh wait, I haven't died. Get ready for this next monologue. It is very good. Whoa! All right. Trading shots. Oh, I always mistime that. Really, bruv. Really, brother. I have to strike. This foul Egyptian hath betrayed me, my fleet hath yielded to a foe, and yonder they cast their caps up and carouse together, like friends so lost, triple-turned whore. 'Tis thou hath sold me this novice, and my heart makes only wars on thee. Bid them all fly, for when I am revenged upon my charm I have done all. Bid them all fly, begone! O son, thy prize shall I see no more. Fortune and Antony part here. Even here, do we shake hands? All come to this. The hearts that spanieled me at heels, to whom I gave their wishes, do discandy and melt their sweets on blossoming Caesar, and this pine is barked, that overtaught them all. Betrayed I am. Oh, this false soul of Egypt, this grave charm whose eye becked forth my wars, and called them home, whose bosom was my coronet, my chief end, like a right... Oh, that's a slur! Hath at fast and loose beguiled me to this very heart of loss. What? Arrows! Arrows! No! I like the intensity of this monologue. At last the foul Egyptian hath betrayed me. I think that's talking about Cleopatra. Pretty sure. Or Scarus. Scarus. I don't know. There's no time. This foul Egyptian has betrayed me. My fleet hath yielded to the foe, and yonder they cast their caps up and carouse together like friends lost, long lost. Alright, I'm not gonna do this in my actual accent because it's a little bit mean. Alright? Oh my gosh, I completely forgot the all is lost. All is lost. This foul Egyptian hath betrayed me. My fleet hath yielded to the foe, and yonder they cast their caps up and carouse together, like little friends long lost, triple-turned whore. 'Tis thou hast sold me to this novice, and my heart makes only wars on thee. Bid all them all fly, for when I am revenged upon my charm, I have done all. Bid them all fly, begone! O son, thy prize shall I see no more. Fortune and Antony here part, even here. Do we shake hands? All come to this, the hearts that spanieled me at heels, to whom I gave their wishes, do discandy melt their sweets on blossoming Caesar, and this place is barked, that overtop them all, betrayed and I am. Oh, this false soul of Egypt, this grave charm, whose I backed forth my wars, and called them home, whose bosom was my crown and my chief end, like a right gypsy hath had fast and loose beguiled me to the very heart of loss. What? Eros! Eros! I like that one. That's a good one. I gotta have more variety in the way I speak. I can't do all of them in this accent. All right. I'm gonna do this more a little bit like whoa. Alright, this is the longest monologue of all. I'm gonna try this a little bit less deep, a little bit less like tough guy. Unarmed, Eros. The day's long. I'm gonna try to maybe... Unarmed, Eros. The long day's task is done, and we must sleep. That thou departst hence safe, does pay thy labor richly go. Off, Pluck off. The sevenfold shield of Ajax cannot keep the battery from my heart or cleave my sides. Heart, once be stronger than my continent. Crack thy frail case, apace, Eros, apace, no more a soldier bruised pieces go. You have been nobly born from me a while. I will o'ertake thee, Cleopatra, and weep for my pardon. So it must be, for now all length is tortured since the torch is out. Lie down and stray no farther. Now all labor mars what it does, yea, very force entangles itself with strength. Very force entangles itself with faith. Seal then, and all is done. Eros, I come, my queen. Eros, stay with me. Where souls do crunch on flowers, wheel hand in hand, and with our sprightly port make the ghosts gaze. Dido and her anus. That's not how you pronounce that. Aeneas shall want troops, and all the haunt be ours. Come, Eros, Eros! Since Cleopatra died, I have lived in such dishonor that the gods detest my baseness. I that with my sword quartered the world, and o'er the green Neptune's back with ships made cities condemned myself to lack the courage of a woman less noble mind that she, which by her death our Caesar tells I am conqueror of myself. Thou art sworn, Eros, that when the exigence should come, which now is come indeed, when I should see behind me the inevitable persecution of disgrace and honor, that on my command thou then wouldst kill me. Do it! The time is come, thou strike me not, 'tis Caesar thou defeast. Put color in thy cheek, Eros. Wouldst thou be widowed in great Rome, and see thy master thus with pleached arms bending down his corrigible neck, his face subdued to penetrative shame, whilst the wheeled seat of fortunate Caesar drawn before him branched his bareness that ensued? Come then, for with a wound I must be cured. Draw thy honest sword, which thou hast worn most useful for thy country. When I did make thee free, sworest thou not then to do this when I bade thee? Do it at once, or thy precedent services are all but accidents unpurposed. Draw and come. Lo thee! Then do it at once, the thing why thou hast drawn it. 'Tis said, man, and farewell. Now, Eros. Oh! Okay, update. I'm reading the like the things. Okay, so he's talking to Eros. Eros kills himself because he doesn't want to kill Antony. Yeah. Okay. And Antony says, "Thrice nobler than myself, thou teachest me, O valiant Eros, what I should and thou couldst not. My queen and Eros have by their brave instruction got upon me a noblest in record, but I will be a bridegroom in my death, and run into it as a lover's bed. Come, and Eros, thy master dies, thy scholar to thus, falling on his sword. I learned of thee. How? Not dead? Not dead? The guard, oh, dispatch me." I don't understand the ending. I think he didn't die from killing himself. Alright, and that is Antony and Cleopatra. Nice. The wind does damage to me? The wind? I'm not cooked. What language is Elden Ring in? These chants. No. Browski. I tell you, friends. Okay, this is Coriolanus. I don't know what Coriolanus is about, but I don't know. I'll read it. I tell you, friends, most charitable care have the patricians among you. Start over. I tell you, friends, most charitable. Alright, don't roll your R's, gosh darn it. This is not a gosh darn Scottish thing. I tell you, friends, most charitable care have the patricians of you. For your wants, your suffering in this death, you may as well strike at the heathen. Start over. I tell you, friends, most charitable care have the patricians among you. For your wants, your suffering in this dearth. You may as well strike at the heaven with your staves as lift them against the Roman state, whose course will on the way it takes cracking 10,000 curbs of more strong link asunder than can ever appear in your impediment. For the earth. Okay, I gotta look at how this is pronounced. Plug walk. I was right. For the dearth, the gods, not the patricians, make it, and your needs to them, not arms, must help. Alack, you are transported by calamity thither, where more attends you, and you slander with helms of the stare, who care for you like fathers, when you curse them as enemies. Either you must confess yourselves with wondrous malicious, or accused of folly. I shall tell you a pretty tale. It may be you have heard it, but since it serves my purpose, I will venture to stale a little more. There was a time when all the body's members rebelled against the belly, thus accused it, that only like a gulf it did remain in the midst of the body, idle and inactive, still cupboarding the viand, never bearing like labor with the rest, where other instruments did see and hear, devise, instruct, walk, feel, and mutually participate, did minister unto the appetite and affection common of the whole body. The belly answered, Sir, I shall tell you, with what a smile, which ne'er came from the lungs, but even thus, for look at you, I may make the belly smile, as well as speak, it tauntingly replied to the discontented members, the mutinous parts, that envied his receipt. Even so most fitly as you malign our senators, for that they are not such as you. I don't know what they mean, gosh darn it. Oh, this is Menenius Agrippa. Menenius Agrippa. Menenius Agrippa. Menenius Agrippa. Hog walk. Skirt. Skirt. No, 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 no! Wow. There's Marcius. I feel like Marcius has this kind of tone. Yeah, let's read Marcius in the Zoolander voice. This is not Zoolander. Really good looking. He that will give good words to thee flatter. Oh, this one, yeah. He that will give good words to thee will flatter beneath abhorring. What would you have, you curse? That none like nor peace nor war, that one affrights you, the other makes you proud. He that trusts to you where he should find you lions finds you hares, where foxes geese. You are no surer, no, than is the coal of fire upon the ice, or hailstone in the sun. Your virtue is to make him worthy of whose offence subdues him, and curse that justice did it. Who deserves greatness deserves your hate, and your affections are a sick man's appetite, who desires most that he would increase his evil. He that depends upon your favours swims with fins of lead, and hews down oaks with rushes. Hang ye, trust ye, with every minute you do change of mind, and call him noble that was your hate, him vile that was your garland. What's the matter that in these several places of the city you cry against the noble senate, who under the gods keep you in awe, which else would feed on one another? What is their seeking? Breaksky. I like the power of that one, but I don't know what it means. Pause. How do I pause? I can't pause. Alright. Bye-bye. I got water. We're gonna get through Coriolanus very fast. I'm gonna reread Marcius. He that will give good words to thee will flatter beneath abhorring. What would you have, you curs, that none like no... Easter. He that will give good words to thee will flatter beneath abhorring. What would you have, you curse, that like nor peace nor war? The one affrights you, the other makes you proud. He that trusts to you, where he should find you lions, finds you hares, where foxes geese. You are no surer, no, than is the coal of fire upon the ice, or hailstone in the sun. Your virtue to make him worthy whose offense subdues him, and curse that justice did it. Who deserves greatness deserves your hate, and your affections are a sick man's appetite. Who desires most that which would increase his evil. He that depends upon your favors swims with fins of lead, and hews down oaks with rushes. Hang ye, trust ye, with every minute you do change a mind, and call him noble that was your hate, him vile who was your garland. What's the matter that in the several places of the city you cry against a noble senate, who under the gods keep you in awe, which else would you feed on one another? What is their seeking? I kinda understand that. A little bit.
A little bit. Just a smidge.
Ophidius. I don't know. The next monologue will be presented by Tullus Ophidius. I forgot that happened. I would I were Roman, for I cannot bring a vulture this way that I am. Condition. What good condition can a treaty find? I, in the part that is at mercy. 5 times, Coriolanus, I have fought with thee. So often hast thou beat me, I wouldst thou do so. I think we should encounter as often as we eat by the elements. If e'er again I meet him beard to beard, he's mine, or I am his. Mine emulation hath not that honor in it hand. For where I ought thought to crush him in equal force, true sword to sword, I'll potch him. Some way or wrath or craft may get him. Bolder, though not so subtle, my valour's poisoned with only suffering stained by him. For him shall fly out of itself, nor sleep nor sanctuary, being naked, sick, nor fane, nor capital. The prayers of priests nor times of sacrifice, embarkments of all fury, shall lift up their rotten privilege and custom against my hate to Coriolanus, where I may find him were it my home upon my brother's guard. Even there, against the hospitable cannon, would I wash my fierce hand in his heart. Go you to the city, learn how it is held, and what they are that must be hostages for Rome. Alright, I gotta find an accent for that. Man, that shouldn't have hit me. I would I were Roman, for I cannot bear a vulture, be that I am. I'm gonna do this in English, in regular American English. I would I were a Roman, for I cannot bring a vulture, but be that what I am. Condition. What a good condition can a treaty find in the part that is mercy? 5 times, Coriolanus, I have fought with thee. So often hast thou beat me, and I wouldst thou think, we should encounter as often as we eat by the elements. If e'er again I meet him, so beard to beard, he's mine, or I am his. Mine emulation hath not that honor in it had, for where I thought to crush him in an equal force, true sword to sword, I'll potch at him. Some way or wrath or craft may get him. Bolder not thou not, though not so subtle, my valour's poisoned, with only suffering stained by him, for him shall fly out of itself, nor sleep nor sanctuary, being naked, sick, nor fane, nor capital, the prayers of priest nor times of sacrifice, embarkments of all fury, shall lift up against the rotten privilege and custom against my hate to Coriolanus, which I find him were at my home upon my brother's guard. Even there, against the hospitable cannon, would I wash my fierce hand in his heart. Go you to the city, learn how 'tis held, and what they are that must be hostages for Rome. I'll make it past him, I swear. cooked. I'm cooked. Here's back to Menenius Agrippa. I am known to be a humorous patrician, and the one that loves a cup of hot wine with not a drop of allaying. Tiber and said to be something imperfect in the favoring of the first complaint. Hasty and tinder-like upon too trivial notion, one that converses more with the buttocks of night than with the forehead of the morning. What I think I utter, and spend my malice in my breath, meeting two such wheelsmen as you are, I cannot call you like... Whoa! Like Lycurguses. Yeah. I cannot call you Lycurguses. If the drink you give me touch my palate adversely, I make a crooked face at it. I can't say your worships have delivered the matter well. When I find the ass in the compound of the major part of your syllables, and thou I must be content to bear with those that I say you are reverend, grave men, yet they lie deadly in that I tell you they good faces. If you see in this the map of my microism, it... What? I don't understand that one. I'm gonna redo that one because I like the way I did it. I did it in a higher voice, and I think I'm gonna do that for all these. Did I just hear an alarm start ringing? Did I see sirens go flying past? Though I don't know what tomorrow's bringing, I got a singular impression things are moving too fast. What? You just walked away from that? I am known to be a humorous patrician, and one that loves a cup of hot wine with not a drop of allaying. Tiber int said to be something imperfect in the favoring of the first complaint, hasty and tinder-like upon the to-arrival motion, one that converses more with the buttock of the night and with the forehead of the morning. What I think I utter, and I spend my malice in my breath, meeting two such wheelsmen as you are, I cannot call you Lycurguses. Lycurguses. I am known to be a humorous patrician, and one that loves a cup of hot wine with not a drop of allaying. Okay. I am known to be a humorous patrician, and one that loves a cup of hot wine with not a drop of allaying Tiber in it. Said to be something imperfect, the favoring of the first complaint, hasty and tinder-like upon too trivial motion, one that converses more with the buttock of the night than with the forehead of the morning. What I think I utter, and spend my malice in my breath, meeting two such wheelsmen as you are, I can't call you Lycurguses. If the drink you give me touch my palate adversely, I make a crooked face at it. I can't say your worships have delivered the matter well. When I find the ass in the compound with the major part of your syllables, and though I must be content to bear with those that say you are reverend grave men, yet they lie deadly, and that they tell me you have good faces. If you see this in the map of my microcosm, follows it that I am known well enough too. What barm can your bison Whoa. What barm can your bison conspicuities glean out of this character? What? conspicuities. Conspicuity. What? Conspicuities. Conspicuities. Tuities. No one's around to see my great humor. Log walk. Oh, wait a second. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's people? There's people watching this? Sick. Nice. Alright. Dost thou get wrecked? Alright, Shakespeare time. Nice, nice. Thank you, Arjit, and Mesmer. Thank you. What bond can your Bisson conspicuities glean out of this character, if I be well known enough? There's more. You know neither me nor yourselves nor anything. You are ambitious for poor knaves' caps and legs. You wear out a good wholesome forenoon in hearing a cause between an orange wife and a faucet seller. Then rejoin the controversy. I almost said the controversy. Controversy of 3 pence to a second day of audience. When you are hearing a matter between party and party, if chance you to be pinched with the colic, you may make faces like mummers. Mummers? Set up the bloody flag against all patience and in roaring for a chamber pot, dismiss the controversy, bleeding the more entangled by your hearing. All the peace you make in their cause is calling both the parties knaves. You are a pair of strange ones. Logma. Log wall. Log wall. Alright, I think that was it. Whoa, that's not even close to it. Brutus? This isn't Caesar getting killed, right? I'm gonna just assume it's not. It's a different Brutus. Dost thou get wrecked? I might read one of these in a French accent. That might be fun. Log ball, skirt, skirt, skirt. This is a short one by Brutus. I'll do Brutus like this. All tongues speak of him, and the bleared sights are spectacle to see him. Your prattling nurse into rapture lets her baby cry while she chats him. The kitchen malkin pins her richest lockram about her reachy neck, clambering the walls to eye him. Stalls, bulks, windows are smothered up. Blades filled and rye ridges horsed with variable complexions, all agreeing in earnestness to see him. Cell-shown flamens do press among the popular throngs, and puff do press among the popular throngs, and puff to win a vulgar station. Or veiled dames commit the war of white and damask, in their nicely guarded cheeks to wanton spoil of Phoebus' burning kisses. Such a poter as that whatsoever god who leads him was slyly crept into his human powers and gave him graceful posture.
What does that mean, broski? Huh?
I don't know if that was even the tone. His name was Brutus. Cooked. Cooked. Okay. Who is Brutus talking about here? Is he talking about Caesar? Et tu, Brute? Ooh. Ow. Man. Yikes. Okay. Oh. Please, no. Okay, I'm cooked. Give me a break here. All right. All tongues speak of him, and the bleared sights are spectacle to see him. You prattling nurse into rapture lets her baby cry. While she chats him, the kitchen malkin pins her richest lockram about her reachy neck, clambering the walls to see him. To stalls, books, windows, and smothered up leads filled and ridges horsed, with variable complexions, all agreeing in earnestness to see him. Cell-shown flamens do press among the popular throngs, and puff to win a vulgar station, or veiled dames commit the war of white and damask, in their nicely guarded cheeks to wanton spoil of Phoebus' burning kisses. Such a pother, as if that whatsoever god leads him were slyly crept into his human powers and gave him graceful posture. I think Brutus is in love.
Oh, Phoebus' burning kisses, such a...
Oh, I'm gonna do that.
All tongues speak of him, and the blaring sights are spectacle to see him. Your plattering nurse into rapture lets her baby cry while she chats him. The malking pins of the richest locker about her reaching neck, clambering the walls to see untie him. Stalls, books, windows are smothered up, blades filled and ridges horsed with variable complexions, all agreeing in earnestness to see him. soul-shown Flamens do press among the popular throngs and puff to win a vulgar station. Our veiled babes commit the war of white and damask in their nicely godded cheeks to the wanton spoil of Phoebus's burning kisses. Such a bother, as if we were whoever God leads him must slyly crept into his human powers and give him grace to pass through.
Okay, is Coriolanus a real guy? Because I have not heard him speak once. Coriolanus is an idea. What do you think that's going to do? Nope. Man, that was bad. Dumb and bad. Dumb and bad. Dumb and bad. Here's Cominius. Cominius. Yeah, Cominius. Yikes. This one's a long one, folks. This one's a long one. I shall lack voice. The deeds of Coriolanus should not be uttered feebly. It is held that valor is the most chieftest virtue, and most dignifies the haver. If it be the man I speak of, cannot in the world be singly counted posed. At 16 years, when Tarquin made head of Rome, he fought beyond the mark of others. He, our then dictator, whom all praise I point at, saw him fight, when with his Amazonian chin he drove the bristled lips before him. He be-breasted and o'erpressed Roman, and in the council's view slew 3 opposers. Tarquin's self he met, and struck him on the knee. In that day feats, when he might act the woman in the scene, he proved the best man in the field, and for his meed was brow bound with the oak. His pupil aged man entered thus, he waxed like a sea, and in the brunt of 17 battles since he lurched all swords of the garland. For this last, before and in Corioli, let me say, I cannot speak him home. He sopped the flyers, and by his rare example made a coward turn terror into sport. As weeds before a vessel under sail, so men obeyed and fell below his stem. His sword death's swamp, where it did mark, his took. From face to foot he was a thing of blood, whose every motion was timed with dying cries. Alone he'd entered the mortal gate of the city, which he painted with shunless destiny. Aidless came off, and with a sudden reinforcement struck Corioli like a planet, now all's his. When by and by the din of war gained pierce his ready sense, then straight his doubled spirit requickened what in flesh was fatigued. Whoa. Hey. Fatigue? Fatigue. Fatigate. That's a little bit close. Yikes. Fatiguate. That's also bad. Fatiguate. I'll say fatiguate. I'm gonna pronounce it. Go to how to pronounce. Blah, blah. Pronounce. Fatigate. Fatigate. I'm gonna say fatigate. Make it like a hard T sound. And to the battle came he, where he did run, reeking o'er the lives of men as 'twere a perpetual spoil. Until we called in both fields and city hours, he never stood to ease his breast with panting. Yikes, this is so long. Wah, wah. I'm cooked. I'm cooked. Come on. Here we go. Man, I cannot. That is high. I'm too distracted. What is happening? Okay, why can't I get a good angle on this? No! I shall lack voice. The deeds of Coriolanus should not be uttered feebly. It is held that valor is the chiefest virtue, and most dignifies the haver. If it be, the man I speak of cannot in the world be singly counterpoised. At 16 years, when Tarquin made a head for Rome, he fought beyond the mark of others. Our then dictator, whom with all praise I point at, saw him fight, when with his Amazonian chin he drove the bristled lips before him. He bestrid an o'erpressed Roman, and in the council's view slew 3 opposers. Tarquin's self he met, and struck him on his knee in that day's feats. When he might act the woman in the scene, he proved the best man in the field. And for his meed was brow bound with the oak, his pupil age. Man entered thus, he waxed like a sea, and in the brunt of 17 battles since he lurched all swords in the garland. For this last before and in Coriolanus, let me say, I cannot speak him home, for he stopped the flyers, and by his rare example made the coward turn terror into sport, as weeds before a vessel under sail. So men obeyed and fell below his stem, his sword death's stamp. Where it did mark, it took. From face to foot there was a thing of blood, whose every motion was timed with a dying cry. Alone he entered the mortal gate of the city, which he painted with shunless destiny. Aidless came off, and with a sudden reinforcement struck Coriolanus like a planet. Now all's his, when by and by the din of war again pierced his ready sense, then straight his doubled spirit re-quickened in what in flesh was fatigate, and to the battle came he, where he did run reeking o'er the lives of men, as if 'twere a perpetual spoil, and till we called both field and city ours, he never stood to ease his breast with panting. Beautiful. I like that one. I like that one a lot. I like that one a lot. Agua. I think Gutskin Duo might be the ones that I just never win. Like, I'm just not good enough. Like, I can't adapt. Who's on the right side? Finally, Coriolanus speaks. How do they see at all? Can they see? Yeah, they can, yeah. Because I'm standing still sometimes, and they even... So... Oh, bad start, bad start, bad start! Alright, that was bad. I actually did not like that one. But that was me funnily crashing out. That was me oh no, I don't want this to that was actually kind of almost legitimate. Alright. Oh sweet voices. Better it is to this is Coriolanus speaking. Alright, from Coriolanus. Oh sweet voices. Better it is to die. Broski, what? Okay. Oh, sweet voices. Better it is to die, better to starve than crave the hire which first we do deserve. Why in this wolvish togue I should stand here to beg of Hob and Dick do appear their needleless vouches. Custom calls me to it, which custom wills in all things should we do it. The dust on antique time will lie unswept, and mountainous error too highly hept. Broski! This rhymes! Okay. Alright. Okay. Then crave the high of which first we do deserve. It's written in iambic pentameter. Written in iambic pentameter. Better it is to die, better to starve, than crave the higher which first we do deserve. Why in this woolish togue should I stand here to beg of Hob and Dick that do appear the needless vouchers custom calls me to't? With custom wills in all things should we do't. The dust on antique time would lie unswept, and mountainous error would too highly hept. For truth to appear rather than to fool it so, let the high office and the honor go. Okay, I can't really read this in iambic pentameter, I'm bad at that. To one that would do thus I am half through. For one part suffered, the other I will do. Here comes more voices, your voices for the voices I have fought. Watch your voices bear wounds 24 odd, battles thrice 6. I have seen and heard of, your voices have done many things, some less, some more, your voices indeed I would be consul. The voices, yeah. Oh, there's another one at Coriolanus, wow. The voices. going to. Just gonna wait. Oh, good but most unwise patricians. Oh, good but most unwise patricians, why you grieve but reckless senators have you thus given Hydra here to choose an officer. Given Hydra here to choose an officer. Percy, please, no! Oh, man. Alright, nice. Nice. Love to see it. You kind of actually hate to see it, actually. You do not like to see it. Whoa, whoa, please no, please no, please no, please no! I really did not like that. I really did not like that. That was bad. That was bad. Like, whoa. O good but most unwise patricians, why, you grave but reckless senators, have you thus given Hydra here to choose an officer, that with his perempent whoa. Peremptory. Oh my gosh, I'm good. Peremptory. Insisting on immediate attention. Roshki, I'm good. Oh, good but most unwise patricians, why, you grave but reckless senators, have you thus given Hydra here to choose an officer that with his peremptory shall, being but the horn and noise, or the mother monsters wants not spirits, to say he'll turn your current in a ditch, and make your channel his? If he have power, then veil your ignorance; if none, awake your dangerous lenity. If you are learned, be not as common fools; if you are not, let them have cushions by you. You are plebeians, if they be senators, and they are no less. When both your voices blended, the greatest taste most palates theirs. They chose their magistrate, and such as one as he, who puts his his popular shall against a graver bench than ever frown in Greece. By Jove himself, it makes the consuls base, and my soul aches to know when two authorities are up, neither supreme, how soon confusion may enter twixt the gap of both, and take the one by the other. I'm not really understanding that one. That was Coriolanus. It was. Yep. I'm begging people over text to watch this stream, because there's no one here. I've gotten 4 viewers, in an hour and 45 minutes. I'll give my reasons more worthier than their voices. They know the corn was not a recompense. Ooh, recompense? Recompense is how you say it in British, but recompense? I don't think it's even said in English, recompense. I don't know what the definition of recompense is, but I can say it. I'm gonna have to kill this guy. Oh, I wish I had viewers. Yeah. That's a lot of damage. Alright, trading blows. Please. I don't know how much more I can take. This is a tragedy. And no one's watching! Broski! Everyone's got excuses, huh? Everybody's got excuses. Everybody's got excuses, huh? I'll give my reasons. More worthier than their voices, they know the corn was not our recompense, resting well assured that ne'er did service for it. Being pressed to the war, even when the navel of the state was touched, they would not thread the gates. This kind of service did not deserve corn gratis. Being i' the war, their mutinies and revolts, wherein they showed most valor, spoke not for them. Their accusation which they have often made against the Senate, all cause unborn, could never be the motive of our so frank donation. Well, what then? How shall this bison multitude digest the saints' courtesy? Let deeds express what's like to be their words. We did request it, we are the greatest pull, and in true fear they gave us our demands. Thus, we debase the nature of our seats and make the rabble call our cares fears, which will in time break open the locks of the Senate and bring in the crows to peck the eagles. No, take more. What may be sworn by divine and human seal, what I end withal. This double worship with where one part does disdain with cause, the other insult without all reason, where gentry title wisdom cannot conclude by the yea and no of general ignorance. It must omit real necessities and give way to the while to unstable slightness. Purpose so barred it follows nothing is done to purpose. Therefore I beseech you that you will be less fearful than discreet, that love, the fundamental part of state, more than you doubt the changes on it, and that prefer a noble life before a long, and wish to jump a body with dangerous physic, at shore of death without it. At once pluck out the multitudinous tongue, let them not lick the sweet which is their poison. Your dishonor mangles true judgment, and betrays the state of integrity which should become it. Not having the power to do good, it would, for the in with doth control. Thou wretch, despite o'erwhelm thee, what should the people do with these bald tribunes, on whom depending their obedience falls to the greater bench, in a rebellion when what's not met, when what must... What is happening? Whoa. Thou wretch, despite o'erwhelm thee, what should the people do with these bald tribunes, on whom depending their obedience fails to the greater bench, in a rebellion when what's not meant, but what must be, was law, then where they were chosen in a better hour, let what is Thou wretch, despite o'erwhelm thee, what should the people do with these bald tribunes, on whom depending their obedience falls to the greater bench, in a rebellion, when what's not meet, but what must be was law, then were they chosen in a better hour. Let what is meet be said it must be meet, and throw their power in the dust. Mamma mia, what does that mean? I walk. This one doesn't count, folks. This one doesn't count, folks. This one doesn't count, folks. I'm kind of disappointed in everything. The second I say it doesn't count, then people talk. Oh, okay, let's read 2 monologues then. Hey, Haru, it has been a very long while, and I've gone crazy. I've gone insane. You common cry of curse! whose breasts I hate as Rico rotten ferns, whose loves I prize as the dead carcasses of unburied men that do corrupt my air. I banish you, and here remain with your uncertainty. Let ever feeble rumor shake your hearts. Your enemies with nodding of their plumes fan you into despair, have the power still to banish your defenders, till at length your ignorance, which finds not till it feels, making not reservation of yourselves, still your own foes deliver as you most abated captives to some nation that won with you without blows, despising for you the city. Thus I turn my back, there is a world elsewhere. Alright, let's see. I'm not here for long, I just saw you streaming. Yeah, it's fine, Haru, you're good. Shadow Slasher. Lol, that voice fits so well. I assume that's what you sound like, Shadow Slasher. Brr, brr, brr. I am doing very well. I'm prepping for monologues and stuff. Come, leave your tears a brief farewell. The beast with many heads butts far me away. Nay, mother, where is your ancient courage? You were used to say extremity was the trier of spirits, that common chances common men could bear, that when the sea was calm all bolts alike should mastership in floating. Fortune blows when most struck home, being gentle wounded, craves a noble cunning. You were used to load me with the precepts that would make invincible the heart that conned them. What? I shall be loved when I am lacked. Nay, mother, resume that spirit when you were wont to say, if you had been the wife of Hercules, 6 of his labors you'd have done, and saved your husband so much sweat. Cominius, droop not, adieu, farewell, my wife, my mother, I do well to you. Though old and true, Menenius, thy tears are saltier than a young man's, and venomous to thine eyes. My sometime general, I have seen thee stem, and thou hast oft been held heartening spectacles. Oh, man, this is difficult. Tell thee, sad woman, 'tis fond to wail inevitable strokes, as 'tis to laugh at them. My mother, you wot well, with hazards, still have been your solace, and believe not lightly, though I go alone, like to a lonely dragon that his fen makes feared and talked of more than seen. Your son will or exceed the common, or will be caught with cautelous baits and practice. Brr, brr, brr. I'm not bullying you, Shadow Slasher. Shadow Slasher says, ain't no way I'm getting bullied by Freedom Pretzel. Dying rose emoji. Let's go to channel. Let's go to. All right. Nice. My videos are doing okay now, because there's viewers. Shadow Slasher, you are a valued member of our community. Alright. Let's go. Please! Here we go. Oh yeah. There we go. Everything's coming up roses. Do we have any people who watch the Tonys in the chat today? I think there's one person in the chat. But did you watch the Tonys? I do not believe the hype on Audra McDonald. O world, thy slippery turns friends... I'm gonna read this in American accent. O world, thy slippery turns friends now fast sworn, whose double bosoms seem to wear one heart, whose house, whose bled... I did not. Very sad, very sad. Audra McDonald performed. Audra McDonald plays Gypsy. No, I haven't seen it, but she's the main character, and she's like... So, the bad thing with Audra McDonald is, her name is as big as the title of the musical. What is that about? She does not need to have her name as big as the title of the musical, alright? She's not that big of a deal. She's the most awarded Tony person ever. She's gotten the most Tonys out of any human being that has ever gotten Tonys. But she's not really that cool. O world, thy slippery turns, friends now fast sworn, whose double bosoms seem to wear one heart, whose house, whose bed, whose meal and exercise are still together, whose twin as 'twere in love inseparable, shall within this hour on a desertion of doit break out to bitterest and enmity. So fellest foes, whose passions and whose plots have broke their sleep, to take the one the other by some chance, some trick not worth an egg, shall grow dear friends and interjoin their issues. So with me my birthplace hate I, and my loves upon this enemy's town I'll enter. If he slay me, he does fair justice, and if he gives me way, I'll do his country service. I like that. I like that one. That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good monologue. Alright. That one's a nice one. Blog. Alright, this one is going to be... Oh, please. Nice! He's still alive. Right or left? No. All right. Not too bad. He saw me. I think the Godskin duos are going to be the ones that I just don't beat. You should not be impressed by this gameplay. This is bad. What do you mean by played it once? Like played one boss? Or like... I've been playing Elden Ring for about 150 hours. Not consecutively. But it's just like... It's hard to be this bad at Elden Ring. Like, it is difficult to be this bad at Elden Ring. Yeah, I probably should have given up. I just don't know what's happening with my brain that I'm just not understanding it. Yeah, but I mean, talking doesn't distract me that much. Alright, this next one's from Coriolanus. It is, my name is Caius Marcius, who hath done. Alright. My name is Caius Marcius, who hath done to thee particularly, and to all the Volsces great hurt and mischief. Thereto witness may my surname Coriolanus, my painful service to extreme dangers and drops of blood shed for my thankless country are requited, but with that surname a good memory, and witness the malice and displeasure which thou shouldst bear me. Only that name remains, the cruelty and envy of the people permitted by our dastard nobles, who have all forsook me, hath devoured the rest, and suffered me by the voice of slaves to be whooped out of Rome. Now this extremity hath brought me to thy hearth, not out of hope, mistake me not, to save my life, for if I had feared death, of all the men in the world I would have voided thee, but in mere spite, to be full quite of those banishers, stand I before thee here. Then, if thou hast a heart of wreck in thee, thou wilt revenge thine own particular wrongs, and stop those maims of shame seen through thy country, speed thee straight, and make my misery serve thy turn. So use it, my revengeful services may prove as benefits to thee, for I will fight against my cankered country with the spleen of all under fiends. But if so be thou darest not this and that to prove more fortunes thou tired, then in a word I also am longer to live most weary, and present my throat to thee and thy ancient malice, which not to cut would show thee but a fool, since I have ever followed thee with hate, drawn tons of blood out of thy country's breast, and I cannot live but to thy shame, unless it be to thy service. Unless it be to do thee service. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. I don't know what it means though. Oh, this is really cool. So Coriolanus is like a soldier who's really cool. Oh, wait, what? Oh, nice. Nice. Alright, I might have to watch Coriolanus. 2011 movie with Ray Fiennes. Love that stuff. Oh, that might be really cool. 6.1 out of 10, though. Writer, William Shakespeare. Alright. Oh, there's another Coriolanus. This one was from 2014. Oh, it was Tom Hiddleston acting in Coriolanus. That's really cool. That's really cool. I need to watch it. 2011 movie starring Ray Fiennes. Yep, Ray Fiennes. Yep. Yeah, okay. Plug walk. I don't know how my plug talk. Brrr. I'm gonna end it. Walk it like I talk it, 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 walk it like I talk it. No, return to desktop. There we go. Thank you all the viewers who tuned in today. Thank you. Walk it like me, walk it like I told me. Walk it like I talk it, walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it, walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it, walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it, walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it, walk it like I talk it. Oh, Lord, at the end of the universe, I'm in a tune. Whoa, what was that? Hold on, at the end of the universe, I'm in a tune. We're on here. Hold on, at the end of the universe, humming a tune.